Hello everyone, it's just a dad. So today I'm going to do the 3-month real world test, how to do all the maintenance on this MOVA P50 robot vacuum cleaner. Now I did buy this robot with my own money. I wasn't paid for this video. I had this at my house for almost 3 months and it worked great. So now it's time to do the maintenance. Now I have several videos on this. I have a detailed review, how to set it up, how well it mops. But the first thing, let's go look at the history. So it's accumulated 25,000 square feet of cleaning, 3,906 hours. That equates to about 65 hours. And this thing typically is probably going to clean your house maybe 2 to 3 hours a week. So this has accumulated about 6 or 7 months worth of cleaning. It's had some flaws, and once in a while we have to cancel it if it's bothering us, but it's just done a really good job. And there's these little pet icons, you know, and it takes pet pictures, which are sometimes pretty cool. See, there's, yeah. Oh, and that's the picture of the little pet toy we got. It's not a pet, but anyway, it's been a really good time using this. We have loved it. And now let's get to cleaning. I'm going to replace the mop pads. We're going to cut the dust bag open. I've got a side brush here. But the first thing, so we're going to start with the water tanks, work our way down dust bag. Then we're going to take the robot all apart now. Typically, I kind of let my maintenance build up a little bit, and then I kind of do this once a month. And if I forget, sometimes every 2 months. But the main thing you should always do is the filter inside the dust bin. That does need to be cleaned at least once a month. But this other stuff can kind of wait a little bit. Now, dirty water tanks, you should be scrubbing these out probably every second or third time. And I spray Listerine mouthwash in mine to prevent the odor. The clean water tanks, they've got there's little beads in that thing. That's to help with hard water deposits. That has a 3-year lifespan, and I think they do sell them, but you can exchange that out. This tube at the end of the clean water tank, there's a little filter. It doesn't need cleaned very often. But after you scrub this out real well, spray some Listerine mouthwash just every time you empty this. And that will help prevent the odor. And that just really, really helps. Now, it looks like you can mount something in there. I don't know anything about that. Hopefully, Roborock is selling something that does. All right, so we've got the clean water tank, dirty water tank clean. The next thing, let's undock the robot. Now, you don't want to turn it off yet. Eventually, we're going to turn it off when we want to start working on it. But this is how the base station, everything interacts through the robot being powered on. And I don't recommend doing this on a table. This thing could fall off, but I've got it for demonstration purposes. Now, in the app, right here, the 3 little lines, we're going to go to dock settings, scroll all the way down, wash, base auto clean. Oh, it does it with that's right, that does it with the robot. All right, we put the robot back in. Start washboard clean.
Start charging. Start cleaning washboard base. It will take about 45 to 60 seconds.
Yeah, it doesn't take that very long. Make sure your clean water tank's full, dirty water tank's empty. It uses the mop pads to help clean that base station. Okay, doesn't take long. Then it starts drying the mop pad. Now we can take this out. Now we can see we are going to have to clean a filter in here. Now we're going to take this filter out. It is kind of dirty. We can see it's got most of the hairs. Now I do wish there was a way of cleaning this better. I wish there was a button we could press, put water down there and then sucks it out. But unfortunately, I don't think there is. So somehow put a little bit of water down there. Just a couple quick, just a couple quick sprays, nothing major. Now this brush is in my wall. This is from Walmart. It's like $5. I've got a link to it in my show description notes. It's the only brush I recommend. It's perfect for the dirty water tank, everything. All right, that's nice and clean. And now, unfortunately, I could do the cleaning, but I'm just going to soak it up with a rag. I mean, we just want to be quick here. Looks like the dock did get a little dirty. This did a pretty good job. So we'll get this all nice and clean here. I do wish it was a tray that pulled out, but at least this part does stay relatively clean. It's just right here it gets really dirty. But not too bad. I mean, this thing's been cleaning our house and it's dirty. Okay, we're going to take this over to the sink here in just a second where we're going to get more parts. Now I want to turn the robot off. At the end, we'll turn it back on and reset all the timers. So now I've already did this one. I do need to clean the whole docking, the whole dustbin, but I did this just like a week ago maybe. Ooh, it's already pretty dirty. Ooh, it picked up yeah, we had the dog took the paper off the toy and it picked up a big chunk. Okay, so we need to wash this. Again, this is the one thing I would buy an extra one of these. That way you can just take the one that needs cleaned out, put a new one in, rinse this out and let it dry in the sun. And then once in a while you do have to clean this whole thing. We're going to take this whole thing to the sink. This looks good down here. Make sure nothing's in the LiDAR, nothing's in the bumper. Okay, here looks good. You could check that area, where this auto empties. It's all good. Oh, we got to wipe sensors down. So get you a towel, like a lint-free towel. The front sensor and these little sensors here, and we'll reset those. You're probably getting a pop-up on that every 30 hours. I usually ignore it and just do this once a month. Right there's another sensor. So yeah, everything looks in really good shape. Okay, the mop pads, you can see how when they're cleaned by the base station, they get flat. Now you can rejuvenate these by taking them off and putting them in your laundry. And now this doesn't need clean, so this is in good shape. But you can see you can put this in your laundry and it just kind of rejuvenates it. Now, it's been doing a pretty decent job of the base station. The X50 this has sort of the same base station as the X50, and that it doesn't do the best job of cleaning the mop pads. Here's what a new one looks like. But these aren't too bad a shape, actually. I could throw these in the laundry and probably rejuvenate them. Let's see, this area is going to need wiped down. You can see we don't want to get water in the robot around this electronics, so just wipe these little crevices here. So this does have the Tricut brush. Ooh, we got some stuff here. Oh, wait a minute. It's the first time I've seen hair wrap on a wheel. So you can move those wheels. Okay, that's the first time I've seen hair wrap on a wheel. All right. Tricut brush has worked very well. I've never had to clean it. Now we'll take this door over to the sink and wash it. This thing just works. Wow. I mean, for being a single piece, and this is an upgrade brush roller. If you have an L10S, MOVA P10 Pro, this thing you can put in a lot of robots, but it just works. I could take that off, but I don't need to. I don't even know if I should wash it. Maybe starting to get, I don't want to damage it. I know it comes apart. I forget. You can put these in. Oh yeah, there it comes apart, yeah. And I could slide these. Okay, so I can slide these off. I think I will wash these. I'm not going to get any water in that Tricut brush. I don't want to make it rust or anything, but it has worked. Now, sometimes getting that fur, that fuzz off of that, if you have like a wire brush, that really helps get that off the brush, like that little cotton stuff that really sticks to it. And again, this area, now you want to be very careful. This is a membrane. We don't want to hardly touch that. I mean, we just want to wipe this membrane. If you damage that, I'm not sure how you fix that. So just wipe this area. It's in really good shape. This thing vacuums and mops our house 2 or 3 times a week. The carpet sensor. Okay, we want to be very careful of this sensor. Now, I'm just going to lightly blow some air in there. And I don't want to poke it. These are the cliff sensors. You have to clean these every 30 hours. I usually ignore it and then just clean them every month or when I'm doing all the maintenance. Okay, robot, let's replace. You may have to pop the drive. Mine's in good shape. You can get a screwdriver and pop that off if you've got hair wrap around it, but it's in good shape. Even the side brush has got a few things missing, but it's not too bad actually. But I'm going to replace it. That way I can show you how. Oh yeah, it's a number 1 Phillips. Now the new one comes with a screw. Here's what the new one looks like. No hair wrap around it. But it's just like a hexagon. Just kind of rotate it. It'll fall into place. Hold it while you tighten the screw. All right. Again, there's how that works. It extends it by retracting this or something. Now I am going to just blow this out. Just get you a blowgun, not super, just like a duster. And I'll flip it over and dust it too. Again, just in case there was any trapped dust around the wheels or anything. Now, if I have one critique on it, it's going to be the dust bag. I started to notice this. It's not sealing the best, which that's a little disturbing. Solution tank has plenty of solution in it. So I'm not sure what's going on, but it's kind of loose in there. Boy, it's full. It is full. Let's and let's just get a new well, let me just blow this out so I can kind of start fresh. Now, I stole one from the V50. It's the same bag. Yeah, I just wish it fit in there tighter. Like that's flat. It starts off tight. That's not real loose. This one did seem a little bit looser, but okay, let's cut it open and see. The bag is like triple layered, so it's not coming out around the bag, but wow, this thing did a good job. Whoa, that's pretty incredible. Look at that hair. Wow, and the fine dust. The amount of dog hair, fine dust, big particles, big chunks. You know, wow. Absolutely incredible. This thing, the amount of hair is what's shocking to me. Wow. Okay, I'm at the sink, and the most satisfying part is cleaning this. And we're gonna get everything all clean, but this is the best. Just because of how much dirt and debris is in there. And then get your sprayer. Now you do have to let this dry in the sun. And that's why I say get an extra one of these. That way you can change this every couple weeks and just dry it. And that way you're not kind of waiting on it to dry. All right, that one's ready to go. We got to get this. I should have emptied it out. Now the dustbin is pretty dirty. It does suck up a little bit of water, and then dirt will stick to it. And then this trap door does get dirty, but no, it's been doing a good job. Again, you'd want to let you can blow this dry if you're in a hurry, or you could let it sit out in the sun. I'm gonna let mine sit out in the sun, get it all nice and dry. There is a flapper on it. All right, that one's done. There's you can see there's the hair off of that for the base station, so that it doesn't suck up the hair and clog it all up. That's actually a pretty nice design, yeah. All right, let's clean the door. Yeah, I'll just set all these parts out in the sun. You'd be surprised, on a really hot day, parts can dry quick. These things get dirty. There's a lot of dirt coming off of those. And it did a pretty good job. Well, now the mop pads, again, you can freshen them up yourself. And then let them dry in the sun. You know, these actually don't need replaced yet, I don't think. I'm going to replace mine, but I think I could get a little bit more life out of them if I wanted to. I'm going to probably put mine in the laundry, and that way I have a spare set. Okay, now let's put it all back together. Here's my new mop pads. Just center them on and then just snap them onto place. All right, let's get the Tricut brush now. I couldn't find my wire brush. You need like a wire brush to scrape that fabric off that gets underneath there. So that's a little time consuming. I just ran out of time. So let's slide these on. Again, I'm not going to do anything with, oh yeah, there's a notch. So these are directional. I can't believe how well this is held up. I mean, I haven't done anything to it. It just kind of takes care of itself. I will put links to all of these in the show description notes. There. And then this, yeah, it just kind of presses on, all right? Find the square, put the square in, kind of rotate it down. Nothing wrong with the door. The door cleaned up very well. Make sure this side brush stays out. Put the front feet in first, rotate it down and kind of click it. Yeah, good. All right, we're done on the bottom. Wow, that's super easy. And again, always be careful of this LiDAR navigation. Dustbin. So I was in a hurry. I just blew it out, but you would definitely want to make sure to let this dry. And same with this. Now this has a little handle. It's going to go down. There's like a flat O-ring, goes down, and this little handle goes like that. Make sure the door is nice and flush, and then snap it into place. Oops, got a spider. Critters love to hang out in these things. All right, let's put this back. Oh, other way. All right, yeah, I didn't have to do too much cleaning here. All right, now let's, again, I just had to blow this off. That is a little concerning. I think this one does feel a little better. MOVA, if you're watching, that probably needs a little bit of improvement. All right, now when you dock it now, it's gonna turn it on when you dock it, so. Now we gotta go into the settings. You may get notifications, see clean sensors. Now I can reset, or I can hit the reset the timer. So let's go back. 3 little dots. Accessory usage. Filter. I didn't change it. I cleaned it. It's a halfway done, so I won't reset that yet until I actually change it. Side brush. Again, I had 134 more hours left to go. But I'm going to reset it anyway. Main brush. They want you to replace it. I got a lot more hours to go on that, so I'm not going to reset it. Sensors, I reset. Mop pads, replace as necessary. Dust bag, and here's that scale inhibitor. That's a 3-year lifespan. That's inside the clean water tanks. Okay, so we're good to go. So this has been an absolute pleasure to have at our house. Again, bought it with my money. It wasn't paid for the video. Now, the MOVA V50, I got to do a comparison. I brought it back to the studio. I'm so anxious to take the V50 to our house because it looks amazing. The L50, I ran into some problems, the Dream L50, so that's probably going to be going back, so I got to get a new unit. One of the wheels is not working. Ecovacs X9 Pro Omni, I'm just finishing up the review on that. It's just not, it doesn't have a Just a Dad sticker seal of approval. It was a bit underwhelming for all the hype and the high price tag, in my opinion. The MOVA V50 was far superior just in the first cleaning, the first day between those two. The MOVA V50 beat it big time. So we're on the last day of Prime Days. I purchased it back in March. $600. So on day 1 of Prime, it was $700. Now it's down to $650. Absolutely, that's just a great buy. I will put a link to this in the show description notes. And I also have a brand new website called justadadapproved.com. If you purchase a product off of my website, the product won't cost you anymore. And same with the links in my description. If you click on one of those links, the product doesn't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. It's a way of helping support my channel. That way I can continue to buy these robots, use them, give them real world experience, give you my honest opinion on it, and then do these videos that are fun. You're going to have to do this every 2 or 3 months. So it's a great video to watch. After you do it a couple times, you're going to know right what to do. And if you ever forget, like, what's the parts I got to order, I'll put some of the parts in the description there also. So in case you missed it, Prime Days, 8th through the 11th. Today's the 11th, so you may not see these, but we had some amazing deals. $449 for the MOVA P10 Pro. There's the V50, $950. And again, day one, the P50 was $700. Now it's $650. That's just incredible. These sales were absolutely amazing. And for all future Prime events and for like Black Friday, around the holidays, I'm going to be doing videos. I did 3 videos on this, day 1, 2, and the last day, of which ones to buy. And I kind of explain them. So I do all the research beforehand. And then the day the event starts, I'm like, I just made it real simple. This is too good to pass up. I explain the different ones to you, all different price points. Here's the big chart. So I have to start with a big chart so I can kind of get organized in my head. And then I can just kind of narrow it down even finer and say, these are the ones to buy. So again, check out my brand new website, justadadapproved.com. And I have I have all kinds of robots that I approve of. That's what I'm really specializing in now. But in my previous videos, you know, like a year ago and stuff, I did vacuum cleaners, coffee makers. I sell my own coffee. I got gifts that Dad would love. So these are gifts that I actually use. So in here, you can see gifts under 50 bucks. I'm going to be expanding this. Gifts under 100. These are gifts that I give away to my friends and family, but mainly there's gifts, you know, I probably bought these myself, but I love them. So I'll be like, if somebody would have given me these Rhino ratchet straps, I would have loved it. So just be sure, and these are all products I've bought with my own money. These aren't free products that were sent to me to promote. These are just products that I think you will actually like this little DeWalt tool set. I think it's like 20 bucks. Everybody needs that. I even have the best wet floor mops. I did a bunch of these videos so I can kind of give you an idea of what I think the ones are. And I'll be expanding this all the time. This Just a Dad approved sticker seal of approval. That's going to mean something. I'm going to put it through my everyday real world testing and give you my honest opinion. As you can see, I've taken the time to purchase these products. I have several videos on all of them, how to set it up, unboxing, 3-month review. That's what my next videos are going to be. Dream L40 and the MOVA P10 Pro. I'm going to be doing extensive long-term testing. We're going to see how these things pan out after 3 or 4 months of heavy usage. Same with the Q Revo. Again, I just finished up the same video on the X50. It did pretty good, the 3-month real world test. The Saros 10R did a little bit better, and I've got the Curve. I've got these on carts right now because during the Amazon Prime days, I rolled these carts out to talk about the different models. Now I got to take them off the carts, get them back. I got to reactivate them, get them going again. And so we can start doing comparisons and more reviews. So I really appreciate everybody's support. Look for the interesting video coming up against the MOVA V50. Justadadapproved.com. Be sure and check out that website. Again, thanks everybody. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.